So good evening everybody. So first of all, welcome to IIT Bombay for the summer internship. Uh, this is for the CDIP group. As in the list, if you find that there is a group which is called as CDIP group. What exactly CDIP is? CDIP is nothing but the Center for Distance Education Program of IIT Bombay. You can say this is a department which export the knowledge, whatever available, it goes out of IIT Bombay. It is called as the Center for Distance Engineering Education Program. That's shortly acronym CD. Now these are few portals through which you can see what exactly is happening at this point of time with the CD. I just shortly go through the courses on view is something which is parallel to the YouTube kind of solution, wherein a lot of engineering related videos are available. At this point of time there may be around 1500 hours of content available. The other is the research scope, which is more focused to the research work. The PhD student which does the PhD in IIT Bombay, they put their research related areas and work on this particular portal. Whereas the last one you can see the ask a question. Ask a question is again a very unique initiative wherein you can ask whatever question you have and the expert from IIT Bombay gives the answer. Now this program is running from last around 6 years and every week you pose the question and you get the answer in the consecutive week. So this is the small you can say curtain raiser for the different portals we have. Now these are the technologies. These are the various type of technologies that we use at present. I didn't go through all the technologies, but you can see the shortly that we have got a web technology, we have got a content management, we have got a mobile, we have got a database, we have got a networking. Then you can see the scripting, graphics, and all such kind of band of technologies, whatever in general we are used to in the computer science, are more or less are practiced at the CDP. So how to stay ahead? So the basic thing is that you have to see what are the opportunities available, what are different type of projects we are disclosing at this year with the CDP group. And you have to see how exactly you are going to fit with the requirement kind of thing. It is not the project looks good so that you should jump in. You have to also see that the type of skill sets you have that should match with the type of requirement we have. Because I have seen over a period of time people get attracted with the good objectives of the project or the good technology in the project, but if they didn't have that much amount of skill sets available, ultimately they become the burden of that particular group. So that is why while choosing the things, whatever in the day long exercise today you may have come across so many different kind of projects, but you find out yourself best fit to that particular thing and then you can take a decision. So I will shortly give you the range we are disclosing this year. This is the range of languages that we have to offer this year. So you can find out whatever is possible and matchable with you and then you can select the thing. So we have got a PHP, JSP, we have got a Python, we have got the advanced Java, Angular JS, JavaScript, Ajax kind of thing. The mobile technologies we have got a Android, C++, in embedded we have got C++, and then some graphics or the video related technology you can say that the OpenCV or the WebRTC. So these are the range of languages we are offering this summer. Databases. So we have got only 3 databases to offer this time. We have got as traditional MySQL for the mobile related applications. We have got SQLite and then the NoSQL also ready we will use somewhere. The servers. So these are different servers which actually we are going to use this internship. One is the Nginx, another is the Red 5, and for the mobile lightweight application Node.js. Engines. These are few engines where on you people we are expected to work. Unity 3D, which is the gaming engine we use for the mobile and handheld gadget games. Then the WebRTC, which is a streaming engine which is used for streaming the video and related things. And then the last one is the OpenGL, which is nothing but the graphics engine which is used for the online graphics processing. Frameworks. Basically, we don't want to expect you people write down any serial or garbage kind of program. We strictly follow the discipline and use the different frameworks. So those frameworks which are being expected this summer are the YIA framework for PHP related coding, Django for the Python related, Bootstrap the standard framework used for the UI design. How to break the barrier? Now I have disclosed you the different cards, what we have to offer. Now we will make the permutation combination of available technologies and drop them into the project. So I will now declare the list of the different type of assignment we are expecting you people should fulfill at this time, and then the basic expectation and the deliverables, that's all. So the projects, the first project that we are offering is the again concept tutor. Now I am using the word again concept tutor. The reason is that concept tutor project was offered last year also. So the concept tutor is a project wherein actually this is based on the gaming engine platform. Next is the network simulation and analysis tool. Now this is basically based on one open source software which is being developed by TCS for simulating a network for the practical physical testing, which has got its own limitations. So we started to make the next generation software based on that. Again this is being launched second time. 2014 we have worked already on this, and 16 again we are relaunching it for the next version. So these both the project we have brought back again because of for modifying the projects for the next generation. Next is the rule based access control system. This is very innovative idea we are trying to expect that you people should work on, is that we have written lot of codes wherein we put lot of validations, checks, counter checks, if then else, whatever. Is it possible that we can create a law book or rule book wherein you can add the rule, you can modify the rule, and your software start behaving automatically? Yes, it is very common. So there are certain engines available which is called as the rule engines, whereon you can write down only the rules. Like in your parliament, the member of parliament sit together, make new resolution or rules, and it is implemented into your country. Similarly, you can make a rule, just put it into the rule engine, it will start implementing on your software automatically. So we want to have one assignment on the rule based access control system, in the sense the rule engine, whereon you have to make certain type of solution wherein the user can only put his rule and that will be accepted by the system. No need of doing the actual hardcore coding. End user has to only put the rule and it should implement. Next is the real time communication. This is basically for the streaming kind of solution. So as I have explained earlier, we are focused more on the video streaming. So WebRTC is a very common and very popular video streaming solution these days, used across almost all the popular websites. So we wanted to work on the WebRTC. The beautiful development into the WebRTC is, at this point of time, is that the WebRTC can only stream previously video and images, but right now they have come up with the solution wherein even you can stream data. So we wanted to stream the video, image and data together to find out some, to develop some new application. Security curtain. Now I don't know whether we are going to launch this or not. I am putting the star and optional up to him, what he do. The reason is that what I have put the demand is for only Software Guys 14. If they have got electronic student and surplus, then we can launch it or we may not launch it. Because at the time I have put the requirement, we didn't have this requirement in our list. Later on the hardware related requirement we've got. So if the hardware related boys, if he has got surplus, if he offers, we can take this. Otherwise this is optional. Sorry. So the concept tutor. Now what exactly concept tutor is? Concept tutor is basically a gaming platform. What we are trying to develop, a gaming platform, not game. A gaming platform where educational game we are focusing. A teacher can create his own game. Now a teacher cannot know Android, a teacher cannot know mobile languages, databases, nothing. But still, just by few clicks, he can create a game. So one version is readily available. We will pass on the knowledge to you, what exactly has been done, and then you have to go for the next version. It is basically based on the Unity 3D gaming engine. So Unity 3D is the standard gaming engine based on which we have developed this platform. So the skill sets required is nothing but the Android and JavaScript. Unity 3D possibly you don't know, but you can pick it up very well if you know this basic skill sets. We are focusing 3 to 4 people. If they can join, we can carry forward this for the next version. Complexity, I will say it is a medium, not very complicated, because basic work is being already done. Next is the network simulation software. As I have mentioned earlier, what we are expecting here is that the original simulation engine or the simulator which is being developed by TCS, that is Tata Software Consultancy, has got the capability of simulating similar kind of environment at one point of time. It is, for example, I will just take 1 minute here. Suppose I want to check how my application will behave on different machine on the network. Suppose somebody has got a broadband connection, somebody has got the lease line connection, somebody has got the dial-up connection, how the performance will be. So the TCS software actually simulates this on the real-time network and then allows you to test your software. We have gone one step ahead and come up with the solution wherein simultaneously we can create, suppose we have got a 10 terminals available. In the TCS thing, you have to simulate only one thing at a time. Either broadband means all broadband, all dial-up, all lease line kind of thing, whatever bandwidth, then how much jitter and all other network parameter you can control and see the performance. But we have come up with a solution in which what we are expecting is that at same time 10 machines, one is on dial-up, another is on lease line, third one is on the broadband, fourth one is on something else, somebody has got more jitter, somebody has got a more noise kind of thing. I can put the data and it will simulate the environment on which you can see your application and collect the data. I am further expecting the data should be analyzed. So I am expecting that the analytics tool can be developed. That is why in the requirement we have put the R. Now R is the language which is basically used for the data analytics. So what we are expecting, again the version 1 is ready with us. Now in version 2 what we are trying to do to enhance the parameter features and other things. So basic layer of designing, basic layer of functional application is available. Now we have to go one step ahead. So that is why again the complexity we are putting into medium to high. The reason is that lot of work is already done, lot of documentation is available, solution is available, most of the thing already available that has been done in 2014. So now we come up with a different type of requirement and we want to go for the next generation. Next is the real-time communication with the WebRTC. I have already talked with you people that on WebRTC what we are trying to do now that we are trying to stream not only video but video, image plus data also. And in sync we want to see how exactly it can cater to the specialized kind of applications. Complexity again medium to high. The reason is that streaming we are very much used to, only the data incorporation is the part that we think that can be considered as a high intensity part. The reason is that this is the first time they have released the API for the data streaming. Then the rule based access control, as I have mentioned it earlier, it has been again mentioned the same thing. What we required here is that the requirement is the PHP MySQL JavaScript. So PHP MySQL JavaScript, if you have got such kind of skill sets available and you are good on the OOPS fundamental, you are welcome for the rule based system. For electronic student, this is a security curtain. Now security curtain is a kind of thing which is being actually came to us through the Indian National Museums. What they have told in the museums, there is a lot of cases of getting the valuable asset stolen. So they want every asset to be put behind the security curtain. So somebody cross that security curtain, it will give the alarm. But they want multiple things like naturally it is the electronic curtain which is invisible. Then they should exactly locate where exactly the security breach has been happened, where the intruder exactly has come, and then it should be communicated over network and other kind of things. So not a very complicated project, but yes, hardware is always has to handle with very hard hands. So naturally this is the real time requirement of the government of India. So if you people work on this, provided you provide me the people, possibly this solution may come into the working. How it will work? Now the working style is very much defined, that the set expectation and define the interest upfront. This is our style of working, that what we want, we will define upfront. It will not happen in the runtime, we will increase our requirement or we will change our requirement. So the upfront is very important word, that day one you will understand what exactly we are expecting. Whatever we are expecting, all the modules will be given to you. We will segregate, we have already modularized the thing, how exactly this thing can be done, how exactly the development process will happen. Then we will again put the parameters for achieving the goals. So we will go by week, so that in this week you have to do this, in this week you have to achieve this, and so that you can understand on the timeline you are running properly or running behind. If something happens, then we may change your final task, or we may change the combination of the student or technology, whatever. Next is the assign the mentor or buddy for the intern. You will be assigned based on your skill set and other thing, a mentor which is expert on that particular domain, and finally we will conduct the performance review of you people, and again we will take a feedback from you people also. Now, we have the speciality that we doesn't support you and help you or work with you during the internship, but we have got a mechanism to maintain the connectivity between you people and us after the internship also. Now the working strategy will be like this. There will be a project management system in which the assignments will be loaded. Whatever assignment you have to be complete will be put into the project management system with the timeline. So you know these are the assignments and this is the timeline available. You have to submit your work on our code repository. So there is a very little human invention available in between, so that there should not be any confusion or there should not be any interactive delays in between. And then the performance analysis will be done. So this is how exactly the work process will happen. Now the mentors. I know very well in a summer internship you people come from the colleges and then you have got good enthusiasm, limited amount of knowledge, but capability to learn the thing. So in this situation, the mentor become a very important parameter. If you have been guided in a proper way, you can deliver the best possible result. This is how I have seen in over 3-4 years. So we have got this mentorship design available for you. This is the intern and you will be assigned a continuous, complete, dedicated mentor. Apart from this mentor, you will have an external mentor available. Now external mentor is the person which is sitting into the industry. So although you are working into the academics, but still you will have somebody who is supporting from the industry side. For example, suppose you are working on WebRTC, the external mentor is sitting into the WebRTC based company in a good position. So your runtime problems or the expectation of the industry on that particular technology, he can very well support you into the runtime. Of course, this will be not available 24/7 on weekends or the evenings. Based on mutual availability, you can use their services. We will also assign you the MTech RS. We have got IIT Bombay postgraduate student working on in the laboratory. So they have got their own expertise available in different area because they are working 2-3 years on the same platform. So they will also available to help you. Associate mentors. This is a different cadre. Associate mentor is a system what is very much parallel to the TA-ship, what is being happening into the IIT culture. So associate mentors are those particular summer interns who have already worked with us on similar kind of technology. For example, when I am talking about my gaming engine project, the people who have already worked on gaming engine will be the associate mentor for this year. So the IIT Rupert student and one NIT student, these are the this year's external mentors, whereas these are the associate mentors who have already accepted or they are already selected for leading this project. So now these guys have already worked on the same project last year. Now they are into the industry or they are pass out and whatever, but again they are ready to help. One person is sitting into the Manhattan and other is sitting on somebody, doesn't make any difference. It is a global village concept. So they will keep on supporting you in executing your problem through the things. I will right now introduce you with the few mentors which are currently present over here. We have got a 3-person sitting in the top row. This is Mahesh, Rishikesh, and then Gauri Shankar. These are 3 guys who are our MTech RAs. So they are doing their master's thesis with in IIT Bombay. Whereas we have got Harish available, who is actually Google coder. Then the Amit available, who is the network guy. Then Aniket is available, who is a hardware guy. And then Madhulika, who is available, who is the Wikipedian. Now why I am talking about Wikipedia, we will come to know later. Deliverables. So basically what we are expecting from you, follow the rules of the institute. This is what I am not expecting the result from you. It will come automatically. I am damn sure. So in my slide, I have not written what I am expecting from you. I just expect from you these things. Follow the discipline, be punctual, respect all other, and bear a good moral character. Work in team, because teamwork is very important to drag good results. So this is how the teamwork reflects into the good result. Now hackathon. From last 2-3 years, we are doing at least one hackathon into the summer. So those people who work with us, we give few people a chance to participate into the hackathons. These are a few pictures you can see. This was the Mozilla Firefox hackathon, whereas this is the Wikipedia hackathon. So what I am saying that what we do, we give you small teasers during your internship for different type of technology. Let's say when the Firefox OS has been launched in India in month of September, in the June we have created 50 apps which were Indianized. So Mozilla has sponsored that particular hackathon. This guy who is came from Canada to lead the hackathon, and they taught the student also, and in return we have given them 50 apps developed before the launch of Firefox OS in India. Similarly, for the Wikipedia hackathon, Wikipedia themselves sponsored the hackathon, and they sent the Wikipedia international trainers or the technical people, and you have to learn the Wikimedia technology and then do something into the hackathon. Hackathon is basically one-day workshop wherein you have to create certain solution which will be utilized by the open source community in long run. So when you work, I always believe working is not working. Working is just a fun. So when you work with us, it is more of fun and less of work. So you can see that how the people are enjoying, they are dancing, shouting. And yes, we do a lot of parties also. So you can see how they are participating into the parties and other things. So this is all about the internship with the CDIP. I have a very small video film to show you, and then we can conclude. We can have some questions if you have, and then we can conclude.
It was a journey that started with us knowing nothing about what we need to do and how we will progress. And at the end, we made it. The project was completed without us feeling like we did anything great. But at the end, we realized that we have learned a lot.
I feel confident and I can tell that I am an engineering student now.
So I hope that we have tried to address all your questions, and is it okay? Thanks.